Hello, what is your name?
Barrie Frankel,
And where are you from?
originally New York, and now from Huntington Woods, Michigan.
What type of community service have you participated in?
I have participated in uh, educational community service and religious affiliated community service.
And what role do you think volunteer work plays in building a community?
Giving back to the community that gives to you, it uh, makes a community stronger.
And how did you find your way to uh, this organization or your volunteer work?
Anything that I've ever really volunteered with has had a connection with me either personally or professionally.
And specifically, what organizations have you participated in?
I have participated in school district volunteering and community service and through our synagogue and through National Council of Jewish Women.
And what's the purpose of those two organizations or volunteer work?
One is enriching education, and the others have really been also enriching youth and children.
And why did you select to be in this type of volunteer work?
As a teacher myself, I feel in part it's my strengths and in part my comfort level. So anything that I'd be volunteering in, I felt I had something to offer to it.
And who do you think directly or indirectly helped by the volunteer work that you do?
I would imagine respecting certain people I've met in the communities and organizations or friends that I've had.
And
Have
but
pulled
who
me
and
in.
who's helped by the work that you do?
Typically youth and children. I, I've done a little bit with the homeless, so homeless also.
And through all that, what lessons have you learned from your volunteer experience?
I've learned that the time that you give is so worthwhile, and it not only helps the people that you might be helping, but it helps myself feel good about something that I'm doing.
And how do you think it is for people? How important do you think it is for people to volunteer their time within their communities?
I think everybody has different experiences and opportunities available to them and strengths and time constraints on their plate. So if people have the time to volunteer, I think it's very valuable. I think that being exposed to volunteer work when you're young and realizing how little time it takes to make a really big difference is important so that you don't feel like I like to volunteer for things that are events so that it's a small time commitment that I do frequently rather than a very long time commitment that might get involved with other family and work commitments.
What would you say to a young person who is contemplating the exploration of community service?
Think about something that you love to do, think about something that you enjoy, and then think about how those strengths and those enjoyments can benefit other people.
And do you have any suggestions for someone to finding a volunteer organizations that's right for them?
I would say tap into people who you know and respect, whether it be a parent, a grandparent, an aunt or an uncle, a teacher, a rabbi or a priest, or a coach, and see ways that those people who you respect might be able to influence you to do that.
And do you think people have a responsibility to volunteer in some way within their communities?
Like I said before, I don't really think it's a responsibility because everybody has different abilities and different ways that they give back. Some people might not have as much time to volunteer, but have a lot of money that they can contribute. So I think everybody has a responsibility to contribute to society in some way.
Thank you for your time.